Hey y'all, good morning. Welcome back to Adventuring with Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. You guys, I have extra pep in my step because we are back in Quartzsite and I'm so happy. I was thrilled to do a driving tour of the area yesterday. So if you didn't check it out, be sure to hit up that video because I narrate as I'm driving to show y'all Main Street, and we got an awesome campsite here, even though I'm in the way of my solar right now. And in this video, I'm just going to be setting up camp and kind of showing you guys what I'm up to begin our nomad season. So let's get started. We have arrived at our location. And as you can see, there is nobody around, just how I like it. Much different than the LTVA that I saw today, which was already kind of popping with people, but nobody's around me. One of the reasons is because where I'm at is more difficult to traverse by big RVs and trailers. There's no way you would have been able to get in here with a trailer the way I got in here with my minivan. So I like these kind of places because they are a lot quieter, and since it's not peak season yet, there is nobody in sight. I'm going to start by taking out my solar panels and my tables and then get everything out of my rooftop box that I think I'm going to use, and that's pretty much my setup. So it doesn't take long for me to get set up. That is the beauty of being a minimalist and having a minivan. Okay, so I think this is all I'm going to use. I took out Winston's bed, my chair, my camping table, as well as a couple of foam squares that I brought for Winston. And I also brought his playpen because I'm going to kind of set it up and mess around with it just to see what it's like. I have the basics set up right now. My camp tables, my chair, my solar. I have my Bluetti PV200 going through my window right now. I put down the foam squares so the rocks aren't hard on Winston's paws when he jumps out of the van. I have his little playpen, but it's too windy to put it up right now, so he has some exploring to do anyways. But this is where I will do my cooking. I set up my sink, and really this is it. Nice and simple. I don't have my tablecloth on because it is too windy right now, but this is going to be pretty awesome. I've done some further setting up of my campsite here. I moved my solar with the sun, put out my little solar lantern. I also opened my hood so the rodents don't get in it, and I sprayed my Grandpa Gus rodent repellent all around my engine bay and underneath my van, so that should keep all the critters away for now. I did put out both chairs, one for me and one for Winston, and I also just moved his bed and kind of I decided to take out his playpen, which he's happy about, as you can see. I put the outdoor blanket in there, and then of course I put the curtain on to protect him from the sun. I clipped on my trash bag to my table, so even in the wind it's not going anywhere, but the wind has died down. My water pump died. So I went ahead and put it on the charger, but I actually think that my pump might be bad because it's not really charging like it should. So looks like I'm going to have to purchase a new one. But in the meantime, I'm happy with my setup, and we are enjoying our time. It's a beautiful day. I am in shorts and a t-shirt, and that's why I love Quartzsite in the winter. Oh, hey, bub. I feed Winston around 4 o'clock because the sun does set around 5:30 to 6, and I want to make sure that he has plenty of time to do his business before it gets dark outside, because I don't like to be out when it's dark because of the coyotes. So he is going to chow down so we can be in the van by 6 o'clock. Looks like Winston is enjoying the get out gear blanket so far. He's pretty cozy. It's still early, but the sun is kind of starting to make its way going down, and we were just, we've had a long day. So a busy day, a good day. So I'm just giving Winston a massage and watching some shows, and he's pretty happy. Winston has readjusted after we went outside a little bit longer, and the sun is starting to go down. It paints a beautiful like pink color on the mountains. I have got kind of an eyesore with that electric pole right in front of me, but that's okay. It's all good. I have really good cell service, and we are by ourselves, so I'm really happy with this location despite the the view. I can ignore it because the mountains are so beautiful. There is a coyote, and this is exactly why we're in the van by 6 o'clock. They come out around this time. So yeah, that's a slightly terrifying. I mean, they're afraid of humans, that's why I'd avoided my van, but I don't like to take risks. That coyote that just ran past camp, it came from like the area of the highway, which is interesting, but there's mountains kind of over there, so it could have come from over there, but it was actually headed toward town, headed toward more civilization and more campers. There's a big van parked about quarter mile, half mile from me on either side of me, east and west. So it was just interesting because the coyote was definitely headed toward where more campers are parked. And like I said, unless you have something enticing at your camp, coyotes, in my experience, avoid humans. But it's just a reminder that, like if you have to take your dog out, like tonight when I take Winston out to go potty one more time, make sure you have them on a harness and a leash and have a light with you. And I will also have my knife in my pocket. I'm making my coffee in the sun this morning. I turned my down blanket, I snapped it into a poncho, so I'm like super warm. I thought it was going to be really cold out, but it's 47, and with my down blanket on, it's like not bad at all. The sun feels so good, it's so warm. So I'm excited to drink my coffee this morning. Winston and I slept in this morning. We didn't get out of the van until 8 o'clock. It was crazy, but I set up my solar because we have awesome sun. Of course, we always do in Quartzsite, right? So I put up both of my panels this morning, and there's my shadow because my trunk is facing east. Hi. But I used my down blanket last night, and it was amazing. Oh my God, I am absolutely in love with our new down blanket from Get Out Gear. So My van is still very much set up from the night. Surprisingly, I haven't done any cleaning yet, but that's okay. It gives me, something to do for the day. So I'm drinking my coffee, charging my devices this morning, made my coffee over here on my table. And yeah, just kind of listening to my sports radio and getting our day started. Someone's happy to be sunbathing this morning. It's such a pristine morning. It's just absolutely magnificent out. But a couple of notes on the Coyote. So Winston is, he stays right by me. I have my pet playpen. I also have his long line and his harness and his leash. So I also have my knife and my gun to protect myself. But I feel pretty good about it. Coyotes, they go away during the day and come out at dusk and dawn, really is kind of what they do. And that's the Arizona desert coyotes. That's all I'm speaking for because that's all I really know. But they are afraid of humans, so just, be smart and protect yourself and your dog and whatever. But in the meantime, we are going to wrap up this video. And I think I'm going to make another cup of coffee because I want one. Yeah. Well, stay tuned for a lot more this week, and I'm also going to be cooking and putting together a van life cooking compilation video, so be on the lookout for that. And in the meantime, Winston and I will see you next time.